Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Vintage Craft and Chat. My name is Julie, and this is my weekly opportunity to hang out with all of you. We do paper crafting, fun, junk journal tutorials, all that kind of fun stuff. Normally, I will do a guided craft, a full tutorial, with supply lists down in the description. Today we're having a little bit of a departure. We're just having a play. We're just mass making. So we're just going off the cuff. So who knows what fun we will get up to today. I still do have a supply list though down in the description, my favorite supplies, but really all you need to do today to join in is grab a book off your shelf. I am sure, like me, you all have tons of fabulous books that you picked up at the thrift store, the library, or maybe, I don't know, free book bin, and you haven't dug into them. You haven't taken them apart. You haven't crafted with them. I have a ton of books like that. So today, it's backwards. Let me fix that again. Remember last week? Let me see here. Is that backwards to you guys? Let me see, mirror. Let's see if that's better. So last week I had to click mirror camera on. So let me know if you guys can see that the right direction now. So I'm working with Flowers in Art. Who is this by? I never even looked at the copyright. This was one, oh, I bet I removed it now. This was one of the books that I picked up in Flagstaff, Arizona at the local Goodwill. I love this book. In fact, if I ever find it again, I'm definitely picking it up. Let me see if I can find the copyright. It is fabulous. 1979 is the copyright of it. So I don't know if it's had any reboots or newer copyrights, but it's Flowers in Art. Good. So everything looks good. Okay, let me say hello to everybody. I know Kathy was in here first. Let me see. Hi, Kathy. I hope you're having a good day. And Nettie is here. Did you guys all see the pictures? Leanne was quicker with it. I did post pictures in our Instagram craft group, and then I posted pictures on Instagram today itself of my outing with Nettie and Leanne on Sunday. Oh my gosh, we had such a good time. Hi, Susie. How are you? I hope you're having a good day. Right way now. Okay, perfect. Didn't we have fun, Nettie? It was so fun. So we went to, all three of us met up in Pasadena, California at a arts and crafts thrift store called Remainders. I think it has a longer name. Let me see if I can pull it up and show you. Let me see if I can find them on Instagram. I'm sure they have an Instagram. In fact, I probably should have tagged them. Let me see here. Remainders. Such a fun store. I also posted pictures in the post of just some of the aisleways and the bins. There was so much to dig through. As Nettie said, it's overwhelming. There's so much stuff, it's overwhelming. Oh, I don't know. I'm not following them. Must have unfollowed. But here is their Instagram page. Hopefully, if you guys can see it. So it's called Remainders Creative Reuse. So if anybody is here in the Southern California area, I highly recommend it. And that's their page. I don't know if they have any good. Yeah, all their pictures are a little bit more generic. But if you look at my Instagram post, you can see the big shelves and bins and all the stuff they had. It was so fun. It was fun. So hopefully I will do a haul with all the goodies that I picked up. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, let me pull out of the prompt jar. Let me get that going. Did everybody do their prompt this week? I just barely posted mine this morning to our craft group and on Instagram. So, oh, maybe I posted it to YouTube. I'm not sure if I posted it to Instagram itself. Okay, oh, this is a fun one. Children. I love that. I love that because most of us love creating with children's books. That's a good one. That is a good one. And then I'll turn the camera around and I'll just show you really quick because we might as well turn around and get started on the down cam. Let me find that. Still getting used to Restream, but I think I'm liking it. Now, I don't have the light on, the overhead light, the dining room light. Let me know what you guys think about the lighting. If you think it's too dark, I'll go over and turn the dining room light on. So I'll watch in the chat and you can let me know what you think. Let me get all this kind of stuff out of the way. Move my coffee cup over there. Let me get all situated again. Let me pull up the chat. Okay, and if I'm missing anyone, let me know. I think I said hello to everybody. Okay, so here is my make for postage stamps. And I had all that red, white, and blue stuff still sitting out on my desk after last week. And now I've moved it to a bin, but I was kind of swimming in it. So I had this little envelope. I guess these are airmail envelopes, right? With the red, white, and blue. So I had this out. I was thinking of putting it into that, one of the journals, but it was just laying here. So what I did was I ended up making just a little tiny, small size scrappy journal. So I folded the envelope in half and it actually was gifted to me from Joni. So it had some Canadian stamps on it. So what I did was I just covered them with some red, white, and blue stamps. There was a stamp over here that I covered and then one up here in the corner that I covered. And then I just collaged on it, got my stamps out, just had a fun time. Grabbed a bunch of little tiny scraps of paper that were offcuts from doing the journal. Made a little pocket here in the front. This is tiny, but you can make little notes on it. So it's just blank on the back. And what did I do here? Yeah, and this was really an offcut. I think I had cut this off the bottom of a page and it already had that washi tape on there. So I just kept it as it was. It had like book page text on it. So I just covered it with some graph paper or whatever you could write on. You can see a little bit of so that was a full-on scrap. It would have just probably gone into the trash bin at one point in time. So that was mine for the week. And if anybody wants to share too, post pictures on the community tab here on YouTube, because we're able to do that now and share your pictures and inspire everybody. Let's see here. Yes, I love it. Isn't it cute, Susie? I love Nettie's name. Nettie's nickname. Okay, so the book that I'm working on, I showed you guys. Hopefully the color is okay here. It's not too dark. It's starting to get hot. We've had the air on pretty much all week. Kind of mid-afternoon. So that's the other thing. I am, for the rest of the summer, I'm testing out this new time. Usually I go on at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern. And so I rolled back the time a little bit. I'm going to play around with the start time of 10 a.m. my time and 1 p.m. Eastern. See how you guys like that. definitely because I don't have to have the air conditioner on, which is very loud if I have to turn that on. And yeah, I just thought it would be good to go on a little bit earlier. So we'll play around with that a little bit. So here is the book, and then I'll show you a few things and something that was a very serendipitous find. So these are just some of the things that I've made so far with the pages, and I'll probably go over them a little bit more in depth, but I came up, I've never seen anybody do it. I'm sure it's definitely not new, but I came up with a new way to sort of take the shine off of those shiny book pages. You all know how I don't like a shiny page. I prefer matte paper or matte type paper images, but I figured out, I grabbed my pack of tracing paper and I just did a really quick overlay with it, and it looks so cool. Doesn't that look cool? I'm going to show you a couple other things I did with it. So this, I just made a master board. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I just cut out all these kind of glossy pages from the book and did a little bit of a collage, put some other like little book pages over, but I think it has a super cool look. And then I also used it on these two cards. So we'll make one of these cards today, and I'll sort of show you how I got that ruffly edge there. But doesn't that look cool? It has a very vintage look to it, and it just takes that shiny magazine glossy look. Look how beautiful that image is. I think it really just transforms it. Let's see. Oh, you do like the earlier time? Okay, good, Susie. And I have to say, I think I like it too. Things, I mean, I really try to prep the, but I got up and did a million things, which sometimes I don't. Sometimes I drag my feet on Thursday morning. So I don't know if it was the new time or what, but I was liking it. I was very productive this morning. So I bet, Nettie, do you have white tissue paper? I would try that too. At first, I was going to try napkin. And of course, I should have just grabbed a napkin and tried that, but I didn't have like a back of a napkin. You know, often they're 2-ply or 3-ply, and I didn't have one sitting around, but of course I have a million napkins. I don't know why I didn't grab one and test. In fact, we could test it today. I have a ton of white tissue paper, of course. I always have that for the shop, and a napkin. So we could do a little play with that today. So yeah, you may get the same, oh, Carrie loves the earlier time. Okay, too. Yeah, aren't you on today? Yeah, you do have a live, and you're Carrie put the link into it too. Okay, so yeah, so see, that's good. It's lunchtime, 12:10. Yeah, it's good. So I'll grab some napkin and some white tissue paper, and we'll test that out too, because it may have the same fabulous look. So those are the two that I did that technique. And what else did I come up with? So these are the other two that I did, and I think we'll do a couple of those today together. But the fun thing was I was moving some stuff around in my cart next to me, and look at this book that I found. I was thinking I'm mass making all this, but I didn't really have a specific journal in mind. My thought was, I want to use up this book. I'm tired of having all these books sitting around, and I really wanted to force myself to use them up. But I found this book in my cart yesterday. So I haven't taken it apart. I probably just had it in there to use as a glue book or something like that. But isn't it perfect? And this one, I didn't end up backing it with anything because I wasn't sure what I would end up doing with it. If it was going to be a pocket, a little tuck spot, a journaling card. I just didn't know. So I left it as is. I left this one as is too. So I didn't back it with any paper that we would write on. But isn't that pretty? I think that would be a gorgeous cover for a journal. So I think this is the book that all this ephemera would go in. So these are to here. This one I didn't do anything much with. I took the book image and I did back it onto some of the book pages just to make it a little bit more sturdy. I found this tag in my stash. This was a tag that we made on a past vintage craft and chat, and I really like the way it looks with it, but I just clipped it to it because I'm not sure, again, back when I started all this about a week ago, I'm not sure if this will be a pocket, little tuck spot, something like that, but I do like that label with it. And then here are, I'm not sure if these made it into the thumbnail. I just was having fun. I couldn't stop playing yesterday. So I made this yesterday as well. And it's just a little envelope. Again, I took one of the book pages and did a little collage on it. And then here's the little journaling card inside. And I did that tracing paper technique over the top of that too. Oh, and this was a fun find. So I've been on this huge task to get the garage cleaned out. I still had a dresser that had a bunch of paper from, I don't know, things I picked up at estate sales, office supplies that I had brought home from my mom's house. But look at this cool paper I found. Let me get an actual page. Where did it go? I think it might have come from that estate sale, that local estate sale that I went to. That was a former, I think she was an elementary school teacher. So it's like, I don't know. It's like that, not cardstock. What do we call this? Craft paper. So it's kind of thick, but it has these cool kind of graph grid on it. So that was a fun find. So I use that on a lot of things. So here's that. And then the last thing, I know this didn't make it into the thumbnail because I was still in the plain mode. So I just did a really easy little envelope here, just an easy fold, did a little collage on it. And I don't know that this will live in here, but it does match. It does look kind of cute. I made the tag and then made the envelope. So that's just another little thing, but it does look really cute in here. So maybe it will be. And these little envelopes are nice because you can have, you know, you have a little tuck spot here. So I could make something to tuck in there, something to tuck this way. So those are fun to make. Okay. All right, let's dig in. Let's dig in. Angela is here. Okay, everybody click on the link. I'm pretty sure I already clicked on it and did the notification. Angela, good morning, Angela. Yes, that's what it is, Kathy. Construction paper. Yes, it's definitely construction paper. Isn't that book? That book is the perfect color. It was meant to be. I was meant to find it yesterday. And that'll be one more thing out of my craft room that I can get out of here. So, okay. All right, let's dig in. So I did pull out a few things just to make things a little bit quicker, but I can do a little flip through of this book. The reason why I love this book also so much, and I'm so happy I found it and picked it up, is that most of the paper, it's not slick and shiny. Just some of the book plate images are that slick glossy material, but a lot of it is more of a matte. It has a little bit of a sheen to it, but not much. I don't mind it at all. And the pages are really thick. Hopefully you can kind of see, kind of get that through the camera. So that's one thing that I love about the book. But oh my gosh, look at these images. So I think big pages like this, I will probably keep these and put these into a signature because I think they're just so beautiful. So I don't think we'll cut those up and necessarily make ephemera. with them. Oh, and then here you can see. So some of the pages have this really glossy, hopefully that's coming through, these kind of colored glossy pages. And look at that. Oh my gosh. So this one also, I'll probably keep this just because both sides are so gorgeous. Oh my God, that I would love to frame that. So these will be probably signatures. Look at her. She's gorgeous. So beautiful. But then we come along to these sort of black and white ones, and I think they're great. Whoops, let me pull back a little bit. We're having a little bit of the zoomings. These are really great to cut up and make envelopes, text spots, journaling tags, journaling cards, that kind of thing. So that's just a flip through the book. And the other thing that I found too, I tend to, when I'm making tags and cards and text spots, I like them to be very sturdy so that they withstand, you know, using and journaling in and all that kind of stuff. So I'm always grabbing my scrap, like, what do I always say? Like cardstock. I have a envelope full of cardstock. So I'm always grabbing that, grabbing little scraps and backing my cards. But the other thing I found is because this paper is such a great weight, once I double it, I really don't need to do much else to it. Put an image on the front and then maybe something to write on the back, and it's a perfect weight. So that's the other fun thing that I discovered. Okay, let's get started. Isn't it great? Ugh, I'm definitely going to be on the hunt. I should look on eBay too and see what it runs for, or like on thrift books. But of course, I don't need any more books. I have so many books and I only paid $2.29 for it. So even better. Lots of crafting in that book. Okay, so I pulled out some of the images. And I hope this is inspiring you all to grab a book that you maybe have on your shelf and craft along with me. So here's one of the black and white images that I pulled out. And I really loved the look of taking something that was color and sort of playing off that back black and white and letting something sort of pop. Where are the other two that I did that? So these right here, I did that. So I found some dragonfly images, some little printables, and I just did a little fussy cut. But I just think that's so pretty. It has a nice neutral look, very vintage, very elegant. I think it's just very pretty. So we'll at least make one of those. And then here's a couple pages that I pulled out that are glossy. I think this side is my favorite. So we'll do a little bit of test of that. Now this one, I think I will. I love this look backed on black paper. So I think we'll do that with this one too. I thought that had a really pretty look. So let me I'm gonna grab a piece of paper here. And let's round those corners, I think. What did I do with my corner punch? Here we go. Let's see. Oh, who said that? Oh, Apple said she has been working on a video showing her filling her junk journal. Oh my gosh, how fun. Is that the journal that you made for her, Kathy? Ooh, I'm going to go watch that. So fun. She should come join on Leanne's Monday. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, so let's round those. And let's glue that on. And I've been trying to use up, I have so many glue sticks. I think I used up 2 this week, so very happy about that. I will be very excited once I use them all up, and then I can buy fresh because I have so many left over from that glue stick test video that Taylor and I did. Okay. Whoops, let me pull that up a little bit. Actually, I'm going to come down here because I kind of messed that up. Trying to get sort of the same border here on the top and on the side. I feel like I'm still very off center, but we'll fix that with the paper trimmer. Yeah, let me just get a little bit of this extra. Hi, Terry. How are you? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay. Put that aside. That has glue all over it now. Stick it down there. Okay, we'll let that dry a little bit, and let's look at our butterflies here, where those might look cute. Give them a little bit. Oh, and I also should have inked the side of this. Very rambunctious this morning. Oh, deep breath, Julie. Deep breath, deep breath. Let's see here. Let's see if we can do this and get a little bit of ink on here. I use this little circle cut out here. Get the corner going. I guess it doesn't really show on the black, so I can just kind of go for it. That fixed it. Oh, pretty. Save the day. Okay. Turn that over. Okay, let's see where the butterflies are pretty. Well, I lucked out. I lucked out because of the black. Otherwise, I would have had a very, very missed opportunity. Let's see these little butterflies here. I think that's pretty. Let me do the big. No, I think I like the big down here. So we'll put the big one down there. Okay. How has everybody's week been? We all have had a good week. I've just been busy bee every opportunity. I've been out in the garage, moving stuff around, organizing. I got a ton of stuff listed on Etsy this past week. I'm very proud of myself. I go in spurts. I don't list for weeks and weeks on Etsy, and then I kind of get back to it. But I am now over 100 listings, which is huge for me. If I'm at 50, I usually call that good. So I've really gotten up there. I think I like that kind of swimming out there. I think that's pretty. Okay, let me see if I can even this up a little bit here. I'm just going to take my pencil. I hope it won't be one of those things where I keep cutting more and more and more. Like this is not very even there. Let's see. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Oh my gosh, Terry. I need to do that. Everybody knows I've been procrastinating. We are in such need of major remodeling, including new flooring, and I'm just procrastinating on the whole thing because I just know it's going to be a nightmare. Oh my gosh. Did you have to? Well, well, you wouldn't need to clean out cabinets, but I just can't even imagine moving all the furniture, movable cabinets, and when you have stuff inside. Ooh. How long did it take you to get ready? This sort of prep. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's going to be so beautiful and amazing though once they're done. Our neighbors, my friend down the street, they did that, was it last year? And it's so beautiful. It's so crazy to live through, but oh my gosh, once it's done. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Is that is that a true thing? New flooring for 35 years? Is that a new thing? We haven't hit 35 years yet. Oh my gosh. Yeah, total nightmare. Ugh. I mean, I've been saying for anybody and everyone, especially when people come over to the house, I'm like, oh, we need to remodel, we need to do stuff. It's so terrible. So we have such deferred maintenance going on at our house. Our flooring looks like Coco's restaurant. That's what I always say. We used to go. It's now closed, but we had this Coco's restaurant down the street when the kids were little. So we could. I don't know what night it was. We could go and like the kids could eat for free. But our flooring looked exactly like what they had in the Coco's restaurant, like circa 1970 or something. I think I was going to throw that away. I think I'll keep that little strip. Let's see. Susie said, it took 2 days just for prepping. Oh my gosh. Now I'm assuming they help move the furniture, right? Do they help move like the big stuff? I hope. I don't like we wouldn't be able to do that. Wow. Let's see. Susie said we had another inspection in my HUD apartment. I have been very bad. You have a very bad back and had to wash my floors. Oh no, so painful. So how did it go, Susie? Did it pass? Was everything good? Oh my gosh. I bet that was so stressful. But I hope everything was good. How often do they come through and do that? Is it just once a year or? Okay, so there we are with that. How beautiful. Quick and simple and easy. I love that, Terry. Your kids moved in with your husband. They don't move a single thing. Yeah, I've been wanting. I've hinted. Well, Taylor's done it a couple times, but I keep saying to the kids once summer started, I was like, you guys need to clean out your room, go through your drawers, go through your closets. And Taylor's done it a couple times. She has so many art supplies and things. She has a lot of stuff packed in her room. But yeah, so far they haven't done they haven't done too much of it. Oh my gosh, every 2 months. That's often. Yay, Susie. That's great news. That's great news. That is often. That would stress me out to have people come in and have to look every 2 months. Because I like to pile. I'm a piler. I start getting piles of things here and there. Okay, let's do some little collage. I don't know. Does that match? Maybe we need to do Let me see something else here. And I just have a little bowl that I pulled out. I had a bunch of these. I don't even know where they were from. It was some free printable on Pinterest, like from years ago, but I had these kind of fussy cut and they were sitting in one of my little wooden drawer things over here. So I pulled those out. Maybe we'll use those. And then I pulled out the Tim Holtz. This is my favorite stamp set. It's always my go-to. Where did it go? Oh, here we go. This, I never can remember the name. Field Notes. So this is the Field Notes, Stampers Anonymous by Tim Holtz. And I just love it mostly because I love to craft with like birds and flowers, floral and fauna, that kind of thing. So I love this kind of Field Notes vibe. I was just looking to see what was on there. Let me grab one of these. So they have these 3 stamps in here. They're sort of, they look like those little illustrations from dictionary pages. So they have a flower, they have a butterfly, and they have a bird. Sorry if my gardener's really loud. Oh, maybe the bird would look good. I don't want to do a butterfly just because I feel like we already have the butterfly there too much. Yeah, maybe the bird will work. Otherwise, oh, I kind of like that with that little specimen. We also have this one that says collect. Oh, let's use that one. I already have that one done. Let's use this one. So I just went ahead. I did this the other day. I used, oh, you like the bird? Now let's go with the bird. Let's change it to the bird. I like that. I like that when you guys give me input. Now, where did it go? Where did the bird go? How could I have lost it that fast? Gracious me. If that's too loud, let me know and I'll mute for a little bit. He's right outside the window here. Where did the bird go? Oh my goodness. What? So crazy. Are you guys looking at it and I'm not seeing it? Huh. Okay, it's not in there. Well, we'll just make another bird. We will just make another one. Butterfly, flower, flower. Okay, let's make another one anyway. Okay. So I have a bunch of offcuts here. Anytime I'm cutting up a book page, I always keep these little strips, these little offcuts. I'm still looking for the bird. So crazy. And let's find our stamp. I just kept everything out here in this little bowl. Let's grab this. I need to clean these. It's not sticking as much. And let's stamp a couple birds. Oh, good. It's just a little buzzing. Leanne knows when she was here last week. It was so loud, right? When they're here. I'm so glad to know. It's just a little buzzing. Oops, I think I missed somebody up here. Oh, that was Leanne saying that. Apple, Apple, Apple. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're here. You left the sweetest comment on, I'm sure Leanne saw that. You left the sweetest comment on her post from Sunday with our outing with Nettie and Leanne and I on her Instagram page. It was so sweet. Good. Oh, good. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Does this 10 o'clock time work? What time is it there? What time is it there? Be wonderful if it was a little bit better time for you. Love that. Okay, so let's stamp a couple birds here. You know what? I'm going to get a bigger piece of paper, actually, just because it'll be a little bit easier to rip it, to do a little rippy on the side. How was your trip back, Leanne? Did you have a good flight? I love the pictures you posted of the Japanese garden. I never knew about that garden. I definitely want to go check that out with the kids. Okay, got that. Okay, so what I like to do just to give the stamps a little bit extra is to actually rip the edges. Especially because it kind of has that look anyway. You know, it's just supposed to be a little snippet of a dictionary illustration. So it kind of has that look, and I think it just makes it look better versus trying to cut it. Okay. Let's throw that in our bowl so we have that. And I could stick that over there. Same thing with that one. Keep myself clean here today. Oh, it's 4 a.m. Oh, so 5 a.m. is that actually better, right? When it's a little bit later. I sometimes get up that early. Apple. I get up at sometimes. Jim's always like, why can't you sleep? I'm notorious for getting up at like 4 or 5 in the morning. I don't know why. It's terrible. Let's see. Lance said, yes, good flight. I've been choosing the back of the plane lately, and it's usually empty. So oh, that's a good little tip. So you got extra room. Nice. I don't fly that often, but I will keep that in mind. Okay, let's give that a little bit of an inking here. And let's see, do we want to do that? I also did, yeah, maybe we will do that. I also discovered on these, we'll find some paper, but I took some of the book page and I made a little frame for the stamp. So maybe we'll try to do that too. Let me see. The other thing I pulled out, do I like, ooh, maybe I like that. The black is so striking. When I was cleaning out this week, I have a big stack of these National Geographic maps, which are so wonderful. I love the color. A lot of these are from, oh, this is 1944. I was going to say, if you guys can see the date down there, I was going to say from the 1950s. And I was hoarding these for a long time because I love to use them when I was making my solder jewelry, and I love the color of them. But this one is folded so weird, so I'm going to go ahead and craft with it. But I'm not sure if I like it. I feel like I might like the black a little bit better. What? Let's see. The Japanese garden is actually the water reclamation treatment plant. So when temps are high, it's a little smelly. Oh my gosh. But so beautiful and full wildlife. Oh my gosh. The pictures were just gorgeous. That's so funny. So because it's starting to get hot, should we maybe do in the fall? I'm maybe hearing a suggestion that we do in the fall. Okay, let's see if we can find a little bit of something. The one thing I have discovered in the book, like when I'm going through and I'm looking at these, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to cut that page. I don't want to craft with it. there might be something good on the other side. Let's see, I do have a little bit of that paper left. Maybe we can make a little bit of a border. This is really pretty too. This is a little printable. Ooh, maybe I like that. That's kind of pretty. Let's see here. Like this page, I think would be good. That's a really pretty image. Like that would make a pretty pocket or something, but maybe, let's see. That's not as cool as the other thing. That is cool though with the Japanese sort of writing or Chinese writing, probably. Let's do that. Okay, let's cut that out. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a slice. That might have a really interesting look. Spring, okay. Have you guys been to the garden? Is the what's the one that has all the little sections? Is it the Huntington Library? I think that has the different gardens. I'm trying to think. I think that is the Huntington Library. I've been there a couple times with the kids, and they have really beautiful. They have like a Japanese garden, Chinese garden. They have like succulent garden. I'm pretty sure, if memory my memory is good, but we all know my memory is not always that great. Okay, let's cut this down a little bit, just so it's more manageable. Just gonna kind of get that text. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, so let's glue that on and then we'll rip the edges. That looks really cool. Is it Huntington Garden, right? Okay, that's the one. It's huge, right? And you can walk around and see all the different gardens, and of course, all the beautiful artwork inside the buildings. You did? Dick and Jane with Friends. Is it the new ones that I always love? Those newer ones? Awesome. Well, you should do the prompt this week. Did you see, Apple? You might have come in later. So our prompt this week is children. So that's very apropos. Oh, it's Friday. That's a good question, Susie. See, I didn't know that. It's already TGIF. Okay, so we're just gonna do a little bit. I'm not very consistent. I'm sure all of you know this little thing. Sometimes I'll start one way and then realize I need to go the other way. So if you are ripping something and you rip down, depending on the look you want. So if you rip down, let me do kind of a close-up. You don't get much of a, sorry, my face is in there. You don't get much of a white border, but if you rip the other way, so if you pull toward yourself, in fact, let me do, I'll do a little combo. Yeah, so if you pull to yourself, hopefully you guys can see that, you get kind of that underlayment of the paper showing through, you get the more white showing through. But if you tear away from yourself, you just get that top bit of the paper, that top bit of the image. But it just depends on the look that you're going for. And especially if you are inking it, it just gives a little bit of a different look. Here we go. Where's my... So then when you ink it, you get a little bit more ink, you get a little bit of less ink. But I think that looks very, very cool. Let's see, do we want this on there too? I did like a little bit of that. Ooh, let's do a little bit of that. So this was, I don't even know where I got it. It was a free printable on Pinterest, and they were these little blocks of sort of kind of Art Nouveau sort of looking prints or illustrations. Let's see if you guys are interested. I'll see if I can find the printout. I don't know if it has the website it was from. So Nate's the same time, right, Angela? So is it 4 a.m.? Where he's at too? Oh, that's pretty. I like that little bit. Pretty. And then we'll get out the white tissue paper and the napkin next. Okay. Hi, Christy. Hope you're having a good lunch. How is this time for you? Because we're an hour earlier at 1 o'clock Eastern. I know you're Central, right? Because you're in Texas. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, okay, so he's like an hour later, I guess. Yeah. Good. Yeah, let me know if you like this time. I feel like I'm liking it a lot. Okay, do I want that there or do I want it here? I do not know. Let's look over here again. I mean, it's really subtle. It's not like it's hugely... Oh, we'll do it there. Okay, I think I'll glue it. I'll glue it onto the back of this first, and then we'll glue it on. Isn't Tippy adorable? Oh my gosh. So cute. If we ever got a dog, I would just want to get a little cutie pie like Tippy. Although our daughter Taylor, she said she would like a big dog, like a lab. Which we've had over kind of my childhood. We had bigger dogs, we had Cocker Spaniels, we had miniature dachshund at one point. Ooh, that's pretty. Do we want a little bit? Let's maybe a little bit of fabric. Let's see here. Let me grab my... Hi, Diane. Well, we are just doing kind of a mass make. So I shared this book in a past haul. I picked it up when Jim and I were on that road trip. I grabbed it in Flagstaff, Arizona from the local Goodwill. So I did pull out a couple pages to use in a signature for some Victorian kind of vintage journals that I'm working on, but I'm very guilty of finding all these great books and then just sticking them in a big pile, sticking them on a shelf, and I'm not really using them. I'll just kind of pick a few things out here and there. So I really wanted to challenge myself and task myself with doing some mass making, make as much ephemera as I could out of this one book. So we're just kind of having a casual play. I did make some things earlier, of course, to put into the thumbnail, just so I'd have something for the thumbnail. So we're kind of going off of that a little bit. But the fun thing is, where did it go? Oh, this. Look at this, Diane. So I was looking for something in my cart next to me yesterday, and I found this book, which would be so lovely. So I think this is going to be the base of the journal. And this was one of the cards that I made this past week. So I think this would be beautiful for the cover. I think it's perfect. So that's kind of my thought, which I like, because then that sort of guides me a little bit more in the stuff that I'll be making. Let's see. Come, this doesn't go up. Oh, I guess if I use that. Yeah, I haven't shopped on Temu in a long time. I've looked a couple times, but the shipping is so high. So, and actually I kind of got away from it even before that. Like Leanne said, I have so much stuff. Oh, like Angela said, yeah, I have a hard time with that too. I find too many things, but I feel like even before the what was happening with the tariffs, I feel like their shipping went up, and just maybe prices in general went a little bit up. So yeah, I haven't. Yeah. So is it still economical for you to shop on there? Yeah. Ooh, you did? Lucky you, Diane. Awesome. Where do you usually go? Are you looking at thrift stores, Diane? Do you go to estate sales? Oh, that's such a great find. Oh, what was I grabbing? Material. I think I was going to grab maybe a little bit of lace, maybe a little bit of material. No, I don't like that. Maybe I'll use some. No, I think we'll use some of this cheesecloth. Oh, you do? You get free shipping? I feel like we don't get free shipping, do we anymore? Angela and Leanne, I feel like maybe it's just that the prices went up. I don't know. I think I haven't bought anything since like way into last year. And I might even have taken the app off because I kept getting all those like text things all the time and emails all the time. So I might have taken it off because I was like, I don't need anything that's going to tempt me to make any purchases. Let's see. Do I like that? Yeah, I think I kind of like that. All right, let's grab our Fabri-Tac. Hi, Kathy. So Diane has a Goodwill and a local thrift store called Potter's House. Oh my gosh, I love the name. Potter's House. Just the name sounds like they have good stuff. That name would draw me in. Like, I bet they have good stuff there. How you doing, Kathy? Are you still traveling? I bet you're home. You're home now, right? and probably lots going on with the grandkids, with it being summer. Let's see here. Let's kind of tack that down there just so we see a little bit of a pop with it. I had told Leanne I have like total summer fever, spring fever. I just want to, I don't know. Obviously, you know, crafting is my happy place. That's the thing that just makes me happy, calms my mind. It's like my little therapeutic refuge. But I've just been gardening a lot, or wanting to garden, cleaning out, organizing, you know, wanting to run around, do stuff with the kids, go to the movies, all that kind of stuff. So I definitely have, I guess we can't call it spring fever, but summer fever. Because typically I will sit down every single day and craft, even if it's the weekend, even if Jim's home and he's not working, even if I just come in here and sit for like a half an hour. Of course, if it's weekdays, I could spend, you know, greater portion of my day sitting here creating and crafting. Isn't that pretty? I like this little addition here because I think it sort of ties into the butterflies. I think that turned out really pretty. Let's see. Oh no, you have internet issues. Oh no. I hope it gets fixed. Put a link in, Kathy. For your sale. Pretty sure, yeah. You're blue. Ooh, I need to get caught up on that. The paper bag journal. Put a link in for that too. Yeah, if I'm on the hunt for something, same, Kathy. I know I can just go to the app or just go to the website. Oh, yeah, that was the other thing. Apple, the minimum spends. That may be why. Because I was one of those like, I just want this one thing or just want these two things. So maybe that's also why I stopped. Oh no, you had to go on your hotspot. Ooh, I hope it gets fixed. It's so hard with we had one day, it was the weekend. So it was like a Saturday or Sunday, and ours went out. I thought our extender had gone out. Everybody was asleep. Jim was still sleeping. You know, it was one of those like up at 5 a.m. things for me. I got up, made coffee, kids were still sleeping. And it was working because I was watching something on YouTube, and then it just went away. And thankfully I was able to do something with my phone so I could get on the Nextdoor app. And then they were down till 3. They said they were going to be down till 3, and then I think maybe they came back on, or it came back on. We have AT&T like at 1:30 maybe, but yeah, everybody was panicking, and it was huge. It was probably in a 30-mile radius, 20-mile, no, not that, maybe 20-mile radius. So it wasn't just our town, it was all the other ones. Oh, I hope it gets fixed. Oh, good. Kathy put the link in. So pretty. Okay, so we like that. I think I won't back it with anything because again, I'm not sure what I will end up doing, but I think we will call that finished. If I come back and want to make a tag or a journaling card, I would probably back it with not this page, but I would find a page that didn't have anything decorative on the other side, or maybe something that I didn't love. And I would come back and back it with another piece of this book page, and then put something on the back for writing, and then maybe put a hole here, or put one of these little tags. So we'll just kind of leave it as is for now, but that would be really pretty to do something like that, I think. I'll have to look for this printable like that. I think that would be gorgeous with a little bit of green there. So we're going to call that one done. And then let me grab white tissue. I'm going to go run in the other room because I have some smaller pieces of white tissue that I have for packaging. So I'm going to go grab that really quick and grab a napkin, which is next to me. So I'll be right back. Okay, here's the tissue. I just grabbed a big stack. And let me grab a napkin. Oh, maybe I do have a piece. Oh, this will work. I actually did have this little back side here. So we'll do a little visual. Let's look at the one. So what we're testing out for anybody that's come in a little bit later, I figured out this week when I was playing around, some of the images in this particular book, most are matte, but some of them have like that glossy, you know, high gloss, kind of like a magazine page, which I don't like. I'm always big on saying I don't like the glossy. I love a matte paper. So I grabbed my tissue paper and I just did an overlay over the glossy, and I just think it has such a cool look. And I also did that on these tags too. So those were glossy book images, and I think it looks so cool. But let's see, as Nettie was asking, how it would look with white tissue paper. It might be the same. So let's try that. We'll try one with napkin. And we'll try one with tissue paper. And I think we might get the same exact look. Let me get a piece of tissue paper that doesn't have any big, although it doesn't matter. Some of them have like really definite creases in it. Let me find one. Here we go. Although that card that I did that was inside the little envelope, that one, I glued it and then I didn't really flip it over and attend to it quick enough. And it has a lot of folds in it, but it's kind of cool. Kind of gives it a cool look. Okay, that's cool. And then all I'm going to do is just grab some glue stick. Can't be any easier. And this is the same basic technique that I do when I'm decoupaging with napkins. Same. I just use, sometimes I'll use Mod Podge, but most often I will just use glue stick because it's easier and quicker and less messy. Okay. So one side of my tissue is a little bit glossy and the other side is a little bit matte. So I want the matte side up, I think. A little bit stuck to my paper here. Ooh, that's beautiful. I'm glad you said that, Nettie. It's fun to do these little experiments. Oh yeah, how is Julie doing? Her back was really bothering her. I hope she feels better. Well, I have to say, I like that. That is just as quick and easy. In fact, it's maybe even a little bit more see-through than the tracing paper. But I like it just as well and super quick and cheap and easy. So I think that looks good. Okay, so we like that. Now let's test the napkin. I feel like this one we're not going to see through as much. But let's go for it. I also think the tissue paper is very similar to, let me get this on here, get it up here. Very similar to the tracing paper. It kind of gives that same texture, I think, which is nice. Oh, that's very pretty. And if we wanted to, maybe what I would do with the napkin is I would come back and put a little layer of matte Mod Podge over the top. I think that would give sort of a similar texture to the tracing paper, a little bit more durability to the tracing paper and this tissue paper, because they kind of have, you know what I mean? There's a little bit of like kind of slickness. I don't know. I can't find my words. So that's probably what I would do with this, is I would come back over with a little bit of Mod Podge, but I think that's really pretty. So there's the napkin. Here's the tissue paper. And here is the technique that I used with the tracing paper. And this is just old tracing paper. Let me grab my book here. I don't even know where I got it. I feel like it's been in my stash for a long time. I might have even have picked it up at a estate sale or something like that. Is that a piece there? And that's kind of what that looks like. So it's very similar to the tissue paper. And the tissue paper, I would think, is probably more accessible, because not all of us have tracing paper. So there's that. Okay, I'm going to put this one aside. And then what I did on these, would I use this for a pocket? Although I may use it for a pocket, but we'll do the technique. So hopefully you can see what I did on these is I used my ruler and I came back in and I did a little bit of a tear. So there's a little bit of an overhang that I got with the tracing paper. There you go. You can kind of see it overhangs the image a little bit. So let's try that with the tissue paper. Here, let's get these out of the way. Okay. So let's try it this way. I'm just kind of playing with it a little bit because I don't know the way it tears. Ooh, that's so pretty. Look at that. So we're getting that little sort of ragged edge. Lovely. So I'm just laying my ruler down with maybe, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch or so. So pretty. And then when you ink it, it just looks really beautiful. Get this out of the way. Let's see. Yeah, aren't they good? Leanne says she's, yeah, between projects. I have way too many projects started that I feel like I'm not going to get to them. Because I guess now this is like a third kind of journal project that I'm creating for myself. Look how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. I love that. Okay, so let's give it a little bit of it inking. And I probably could have inked the image itself. I probably should have done that. You know, sometimes when you ink those glossy pages, the ink just comes right back off. Doesn't really stick. But the nice thing with this, the tissue paper or the tracing paper, is I feel like the ink does stick to it well. So I'm doing a little bit of the edges. And let's maybe do a little bit on the tissue paper too. Let's do these corners. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, I love this. I think this will make a beautiful pocket, beautiful tuck spot. I love the pink. This may actually end up in my kind of Victorian one I'm working on because there's a lot of greens and pinks in it. Isn't that pretty? Hopefully you guys can see that. Let's see if it comes through. Isn't that pretty? It's sort of hard to see the inking on the camera, but I think that is lovely. So pretty. Okay, I'm going to put that in that stack. Let's see, what should we do next? Yeah, and I'll give this maybe later when we're off. I'll give this a little coating of the matte Mod Podge, and I'll rip it and do a little inking, and then I'll post a picture in the community tab, and then we can kind of compare. But I love this. I love that. Okay. All right, this is totally off the cuff because I found that book. I love to put library cards in the front cover of my journals. So I just grabbed a library pocket. Now this is different. This is one that Joni Vintagerous sent me in some Happy Mail. So this isn't like the one that Terry sent. So I think it's a little bit, I definitely know the sticker's a little bit different, but I had it was easier access behind me. So I just grabbed this one. I need to sort through all of my goodies from Terry. I'm so funny. I do this with Leanne too. Like Leanne will send me things and then I just keep them in the same bag or like little pouch. And it's like my goodie bag from Leanne. But I think I probably need to like parcel and put everything like organize the things. So I need to pick out all those library pockets that Terry sent me. Okay, let's see. What do we want to do? I have something pretty to decorate this part. And then maybe we'll use like book page. We'll cover that inside. This one's really pretty. Ooh, we could also find glossy. Although now I think I'm getting to where All my glossy papers have something beautiful on both sides. Let's see, because we could do that. Look how beautiful that one is. Oh my gosh. These are beautiful book plates. Okay, so here's the glossy, but see, that's a beautiful glossy, and I love these just as much. So I feel like these would maybe be better served as a signature. Let's see, same thing, gorgeous and gorgeous. So then I have a hard time. Oh, look how pretty that one is. I have a hard time deciding when both are beautiful, but let's see if we can find. Look at that one with the grasshopper. Ugh. Yeah, see, both sides are beautiful. So we may end up with, oh my gosh, look at that one. So pretty. So this is kind of like what we were doing with taking one of the black and white and then putting, you know, dragonfly, butterfly. It would be so pretty with a bird. I haven't tried that yet. Oh, let's do this one. I don't love these images as much here on this side, but I think that's beautiful. So maybe let's try that. Let's do the little technique with the tracing paper, the tissue. That'll be so pretty. And let's cover our library pocket with that. I need to take this whole book apart. See, can I do it here? It's very awkward. It's sewn in. It seems like it's a combination of thread and I feel like I'm gonna cut myself live on YouTube. Oh, I can't get it. Yeah, I need to get down in there and cut that thread. Okay, let's use this. Let's get these out of the way. And I'm keeping all these offcuts because they're great to just double up and make a thicker tag. Okay, so we have that. But I'm thinking that would be really pretty. Maybe that would end up in my Victorian journal too. Hi, Big Mama. How are you? Yes, Apple, right? Use your pretties. Look at this, is so funny. When Leanne was here, I have to show you all. So I have this little index card that sits on the other side, my kind of long end of my table. So these are just little things I wrote down several weeks ago, and I just want to keep them in my mind. So Leanne and I were chit-chatting about the phrase, it's just paper. I like to keep this kind of at the forefront of my mind because it is just paper. It's just a book. It's just paper. Another one will come to me. Like, don't eat, like, go for it, right? Don't be afraid to experiment and just go for it because it's just a piece of paper after all. It's just a page from a book, right? It's not precious. I will say, unless you're working with really old, 1800s paper, 1700s, like something exceptionally old, and there's only one of a kind, maybe that would be a departure. This notion too, right? Hoard one and use the rest. I think Jonna had commented in on one of my videos about that. So I was like, oh, I love that. I want to remember that. I want to keep that at the forefront. So I wrote that one down. And then of course, intentional thrifting. when we're out buying. I just want to keep that at the forefront too, is not going crazy, because I can easily go crazy. Very easily go crazy depending on the situation. So I really want to be intentional when I'm picking up things at the thrifts or, flea markets, estate sales, that kind of thing. So those are, I need to keep adding to it, but those are the 3 that I have right now. Oh, Carrie's going to be right back. Isn't this a great book? Have you run across this? Oh my gosh. I am loving this book. I want to look on, well, I don't need one again. I'm not yet to the point where I need a second one, but I definitely want to look up that later. eBay, thrift books. Definitely, if I saw one when I was out and about, that would be a pickup for sure. Yes, it's so easy. And I definitely think, I don't know, I guess raise your hands if you're like that. But when I get in a situation, I get that way, like at flea markets. I'm pretty good at thrift stores. I'm pretty calm. I really don't get that way at a thrift store. The exception would be if I walked in and somebody had, donated a whole estate of stuff and it was all my vibe and it was all fabulous. I've had a couple instances of that over the years. Then I have trouble reining myself in when there's so much goodness. But when I go to flea markets and estate sales, I'm definitely guilty of, I see so much stuff and I kind of start grabbing and I go into this weird headspace. And I have to watch myself in those situations. It's like everything is so good, stuff I've never seen before. I feel like I get that thought, well, I'm never going to find this again. I'll never see this again. And I could just really go crazy and be a big, huge buyer of stuff. So yeah, those are the instances. Do you find really good stuff, Apple, at your thrift stores? I don't find stuff like I used to anymore. So maybe that's why I don't get that way at the thrift stores as much. Like when Leanne was here last Thursday, we stopped at, I have this little local one. She and I, we've gone in there before together. So after we went to lunch, we stopped in there and I didn't find anything. I came out with nothing. Leanne found a couple really cute things, a really cute book, little golden book, and another little giftable thing. So she found a couple things, but I walked out empty-handed. I didn't find a thing. Let's see here. Isn't it? It's a good reminder. Of course, if I'm like in a live sale or something, then I probably need to like keep it in front of my face. Whatnot would be another place that I can go a little bit crazy if I go onto Whatnot, which I don't very often. Oh, see, then you have good stuff, Apple. You have good stuff at your thrift stores, then. That means. Let's see. Big Mama said, the buying is hard for me. I don't need another thing, but I want to support the cottage industry of online sellers. Totally. I will go in, yeah, live sales and that kind of thing. I'll totally go in and, yeah, full support mode. I love that. Susie said you're great. Don't cut yourself, Susie. Do not cut yourself. Same thing, Big Mama. We've been doing a swap. We do a swap every month in our Instagram craft group. So most of the time the swap is one thing, like an ATC or a tag or something like that. The month before last, we did do a swap of craft supplies. So obviously that was potentially a bigger package, but I've been doing that with whoever is my swap partner. I think so far I've just done it the first time that I've swapped with them, but yeah, I just send out a big load of stuff, sharing what I have. Is it? It's $35. Did I just cut up a $35 book? I didn't look it up before. What? $35? Did I make a mistake? I don't think I made a mistake. I mean, I guess if we think about it, I don't buy a lot of cardstock or scrapbooking paper, but you could pay $19, right? Is that kind of the running price? I feel like if you go to Michael's or something and you buy one of those cardstock pads or scrapbook things, I think they're like $19.99, something like that, I think. So I think that's worthwhile. Actually, now I don't feel bad that it was $35. Yeah, vintage kids books are kind of hard to find. Well, of course, I love the vintage, right? Vintage will always be the first type of kids book that I want to find. Um, I have a confession. I did drop off. I was like, I'm not going to buy anything. I dropped some things off at Savers. I had like 2 or 3 bags and a big globe thing that I had to drop off. So I did go whenever I had some Etsy orders to send out. So whenever I went to the post office this week, so I dropped off and got my coupon and I went and parked and went in. And I did find one book, but it wasn't super exciting. Da, 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 da. Yes, right? Yes, because a lot of new people to junk journaling, they don't have a big stash like some of us have. And even I will say though, even those of us that have been doing it for a long time and maybe we've been collecting for a couple years, like they're still like Terry just sent me she was my swap partner month before last with the craft supply swap, and she sent me the most amazing stuff, of which I had never seen or touched or felt. So most of it was, I would say all of it was stuff that was all brand new and I didn't have anything like it. So it's so fun. I need to start doing more of that. I've just been doing it with our monthly swap, but I really do need to reach out and like pick somebody once a month and other people in the community and do happy mail. I need to be better at that. That's so fun. Oh, I love that you're doing that, Apple. Are you sending them out just in New Zealand, like local junk journal friends? Yeah. It's just paper, right, Nettie? It's just $35 paper. Good. I'm glad. Yeah, I don't think I made a mistake either. I feel good about it. It is. It is like who knows how long it was sitting in that thrift store and people just passed it by. So it is. It's beautifying. It's going to beautify a lot of people in different journals and happy mail and all that kind of stuff. Was I your first? I wasn't your first. I was the first person that sent you happy mail, Terry. How could that be? How could that possibly be, Terry? Because I know you send out happy mail. I've seen people do hauls of happy mail. That can't be. That can't be. I never find antique. I never find antique documents that are local. Right? That's the other thing. It gets spread around the country because there's things that we find that are local to us that other people don't find in different regions of the country outside the US. Yes. It's so wonderful. It's so wonderful. Well, say it ain't so, Terry. Well, I'll be sending you more. More happy mail. More happy mail. In fact, I loaded Leanne up when she was here too. I'm like, do you need this? Do you need that? I was digging through all my stuff when she was here. Okay, do we want more of the pink? I do like this writing here. I guess it probably goes like this, right? Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, so let's do, well, I probably should cut it and then do that little ruffle technique. So let's get a good coverage. Where's my pencil? Let's be a little bit more precise about it. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask everybody, because this is kind of the first time where I grabbed a book and just did a mass make. Same thing last week, we kind of talked about when you have a book, do you take it all apart or, or do you leave the book intact? So I think a lot of people said it depended on the book, but those that mass make regularly or have mass made in the past, raise your hand. This is the first time I have, because I tend to make my ephemera based on the journal. So I'll come up with a concept of the journal, then I start digging through my my books, and I'll make the ephemera from scratch to go with that journal. But I love the idea of, making eclectic journals and, that kind of thing, and then just grabbing your box of ephemera and digging through. But I've yet to do that. But I like the concept. Just within Australia. Okay. Oh, that was the first. When the little golden. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Well, good. I feel very honored and blessed to be the first one. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, I don't work with pink a lot, but I'm liking the pink. I'm not generally a big pink girl. Okay, good. This is interesting. You're finding it's not your jam. Yeah. I get tired too. Do you guys I can get crafting fatigue. I probably, when I start getting crafting fatigue, I should get up and leave the room and go do something else. But yeah, I can kind of exhaust. I mean, I'm sitting for 5 or 6 hours crafting, which is not unusual for me. That it's not your jam. Okay. So Big Mama says it's not her jam. Okay, same thing. You make as you go. That's how I've been doing it. Apple says it's not your jam. Okay. Yeah. This is really interesting. Nettie's been, same thing. Nettie's been doing the same thing as myself, taking out the pages as you go. What, Big Mama? You have a pink 1964 station wagon? Oh my goodness. That is yet another reason why I would love to come. So if you guys are not following Big Mama, you need to go follow her YouTube channel. I'm sure you all are. But Big Mama recently hosted, I was so jealous, but she did say, I could come, a really fabulous junk journaling, crafting get together at her house. She can say, I think it was like a week-long thing. I don't know. It was so fabulous. And all these people gathered and they just crafted to their heart's content. And it looks so wonderful. Big Mama, did you put anything up on your channel? I know also a Julie, what is Julie's channel? I think she did a couple lives. People can go back and look, but it looked like a ton of fun. That's good. I've been doing that a lot too, Apple. Whoops. I've been gardening like crazy. Okay, so Terry said the only thing she's mass made is a snippet roll. Okay. Yeah, because then you can cut it and go. So I guess I've made 3 snippet rolls. So I guess I have technically mass made. I forgot about the snippet rolls. A Chevy Bel Air. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna come. It's the third time you've done it. So I can ride. I can ride in the Chevy Bel Air. Oh my gosh. Look at that, everybody. 15 ladies for 10 days. And it was just word of mouth. Oh my goodness. I would love to come. That's my dream, is to go to just something like that and just enjoy hanging out with all the crafty people and just immersing myself in it all and getting to meet people in person like that. What a treat. And how generous to open your home. Whoops, where's my other line? Open your home to everybody like that, Big Mama. I think that, oh, it's right there. I think that's so beautiful to do that. Okay, these are pretty. We're not going to get rid of these little scrappy bits either. These would be good to make another one of those collage boards and then cover with the tissue paper. Okay, so there we go. And then I'm going to ink this because I forgot to ink last time. So let's give this a little bit of an inking. It doesn't stick very well to this glossy, but it is kind of cool when it's underneath, even if it runs a little bit with the glue. I probably could let it dry, have a little bit of dry time. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to use the tissue. I was going to grab the tracing paper, but I actually like the tissue paper better. It's not as opaque. Right? You can see through it a little bit better. So there's the tracing paper. You are genius, Nettie. Let's see. Let me find. I'll just use one of these. Let me make sure it fits too. Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm going to do a little bit of inking. Let's pull this back a little bit here. Clear off my desk. Sharp objects. Okay. Put my thing back in here. Oh my gosh, I bet. No camp counselor. Better yet. No, like curfew and can't eat this, go to bed at this time. Isn't it beautiful? So I just stumbled upon the other day, and I'm sure people have done it. I was just trying to figure out how I could get rid of the glossy because I do not like the glossy. I have an aversion to it. And so I just grabbed some tracing paper, but then Nettie asked or had the suggestion of white tissue paper, and I like it better. So we did a little test earlier. We did tissue paper. I don't know what I did with it. I think I put it too far away. And then, oh, here it is. And then we tried napkin. So I don't love the napkin as much as the other two, but I'm going to put some matte Mod Podge over here later in the day. And then I'll post something on the community tab and kind of see how it looks, because I think over time, I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily want to make a tag or a pocket out of this. I mean, I guess it wouldn't lift up, but I feel like some matte Mod Podge would be nicer over the top. So I'll do a little play with that, and then we can compare the three and see what they look. But so far, the of the two of the tracing paper, the white tissue paper I think is my favorite. Unless it's something where I don't want to see the image as much. Maybe I just want a hint of the color, and maybe I don't love the image itself. Then maybe I would pick the tracing paper, which is great because white tissue paper is so super cheap. It's definitely cheaper than the tracing paper, unless unless you get it at the thrift store or get it free or something. Okay, so let's get our glue stick. Yeah, I think it'll make it less dense. Oh, a tea bag. Tea bag would be great. Yes. And then that would give it that great, especially if it's, brownish. Well, even if it's white and then it's been stained with the tea. Yes, yes, yes. That would be amazing. I'm also looking forward to my Asian inspired journal. If I ever get to it, I've been collecting things. Leanne spied some Japanese pattern, like tissue pattern paper, when we were at the thrift store on Sunday at the art and craft thrift store. So, and I almost forgot, Nettie and Leanne were in line paying for their items, and then I remembered, oh, I didn't go look at that. So I ran over and dug through the bin and grabbed out a little packet. So that'll be fun. That needs to go into I do have a little envelope, like a little folder started with all my little Japanese papers and things in it. Okay, that's very pretty. And you can still see, hard to see on camera, but you can see a little bit of the ink on there. Okay, let's take a ruler. Probably didn't leave myself enough on this side. And let's do a little bit of rip. And you guys all know the trick. I don't want to do it with this, I'm afraid it'll rip back onto the image. But if you use the metal side, if you have one of these cork-backed metal rulers, if you use the metal side, you get a finer tear. If you use the cork back side, it's more jagged, I guess, if I describe that the right way. I'm afraid if I do the cork side, I know it's just paper. I'm afraid it'll maybe rip up onto the book page. So I'm doing this way. Ooh, you know what would be cool if you had different tea bags, like, because sometimes they're brown, right? Brown tea bags, white tea bags. And somebody needs to do that. If you have the glossy, and then you could do, how do I want to say it? Like a quilt effect. You can Mod Podge or decoupage the different tea bags or colored tea bags over the top of one uniform image, right? Like a whole page, not like this, because I did this one kind of patchworky. So the opposite. If you had one big image and then you came in and did the little patchwork with the different colored or tone of tea bags, I think that would be really pretty. Somebody needs to do that. You did, Diane? Oh, that was a good find. I think I found one too. I definitely have a little book. I probably should do the Google Translate on it. I showed Taylor, our daughter, she She took 2 years of Japanese in high school, so she kind of knows, like she can kind of look at it and tell, but that's a good idea. I should do that. I think it's a children's book. I'm not quite sure. And then I saved, because my mother-in-law was Japanese, so I saved some things when we were going through her house too. But again, I probably should double check and make sure what it actually says. Let's see. You're going to have nightmares. It's only paper. I know. But I want to keep that. I just want to keep that thought. Sometimes too, I'll get super along in a project and I've gotten really far into it. I'm collaging, I'm doing stuff. And sometimes I'll hold myself back like, oh, I don't want to do that one thing, or I don't want to do that next thought. Because I'm so many steps in. But again, what is it? It's just paper. It's just time. It's all about play. It's all about experimenting. Okay. Oh, that looks so cute. Okay, let's see. I think I'll use, of course, then I have to look to make sure. That's a problem with using like dictionaries and thesauruses. You always have to look at the, maybe I'll get different. I'll get a different kind of book page down here. Ooh, let's use this. I have this like old antique book here. Oh, I love that, Leanne. So are your headphones like hooked into your computer and you can still hear us from like a certain distance away? Let's see here. Do I want that? Maybe we'll use that. Of course, this could have, look at this paper. Isn't this beautiful? I love that. Oh my gosh, that paper is gorgeous. Okay. All right, let's get a little bit of something to put in here. I might even run it this way. I think I will. Where's my scissors? I cleaned up too well. Okay, I have that. Oh, here they are. I guess I could just do this. This is probably, no, I'll do this because it's pretty fragile. Not super fragile, but kind of fragile. Okay. All right, how do I want to do this? No, I think I just messed up. No, I'm still okay. Pencil. Yeah, I think I kind of messed up. I just want to have enough that it kind of slips down in. But I think the way I ripped it, no, I'm okay. Take a little bit more off of it. Hopefully we'll be okay because it kind of has a curve. And ink hides a ton of what we don't want showing. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's ink that. Let's see. Oh, that's awesome. How far can you get? Can you get super far away? That's awesome. You know what, Leanne? I was going to ask you about that. Obviously, because I can relate. And I kept thinking about it, and then it would leave my mind of how everything is going with all that. It's a lot when you're the person, you're just the only person that's doing it. Well, I will say in some aspects it's easier, right? When you're an only child, sometimes those things are easier. You don't have to run things by other people, just your honey, your significant other, children. My children, we're a little older too, like yours. So that makes it a little bit easier in some instances, but then sometimes it's a lot because it's just you. So you have the full responsibility of all the estate stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna slip this in here. Hopefully I can get it down far enough. I'm not gonna glue myself shut. I think I'm pretty good. It's hard to, I guess I could cut this, huh? How come I didn't think about that? I'm like, it's hard because there's this overhang. Sometimes it takes me a while to make things easier on myself. There we go. The ones Terry had didn't have that overhang with the sticker. All right, I'm going to do that with this too. The sticker kind of runs higher than the ones, but I can just come back in and I'll glue it down anyway. Okay, there we go. All right, that makes it a little bit easier to trim. Okay. Nice. What? You can go down to the garage 2 floors down when your computer is upstairs. Holy moly. Wow. I can't even be on the home phone and go. So our home phone, for reference to Leanne, it's in the kitchen, the main thing. We still have a home phone, a landline, because we have such horrible internet here. I can't even walk out into the garage and then like step onto the driveway, which is super close, with the landline. Let alone, well, I guess I should test it. I could put my what are those earbuds? The Apple ones? I don't use them very often. Jim and the kids bought me some a few years back. Ooh, I bet it's delicious, Susie. I love spaghetti. I love red. Is it red sauce? Yeah, I was kind of the same. Yeah, you can take your time. You do it in your time. You do it when it feels right for you to do everything. Yeah, I was the same. Same. You don't feel in a rush. And nobody's waiting on you. Oh, they're Bose ones. Wow. I'm going to have to look into that. Yeah, the kids and Jim, we all love watching YouTube content, our own, Jim's watching camping and jeeping and I don't know what, fishing, all the stuff. But yeah, Jim and the kids, they always put earbuds in and I don't. I just subject everybody to listening to whatever it is I'm listening, which I guess is not very nice of me to do. Yeah, AirPods. Yeah. And I just use them occasionally for different things when I'm away from the house, but I never use them at the house, but I should. Okay, I'm looking at this. I think it's looking good. Okay, let's glue this on. Oh, that's what I was just going to do. I want to ink this up a little bit. I lost my focus there. Okay. Which is very easy for me to do, I have to say. It doesn't take much for me to lose my focus. Okay, that is so pretty. Maybe I'm going to ink this a little bit more. Lovely. I think I'll use art glitter. Oh, that's great. Ooh, I wonder, that's great to look for those, isn't it? I think it's Prime. Is it Amazon Prime right now? That's probably a good thing. I heard somebody on the radio was saying like electronic things are like the best things on the Amazon Prime days. Like, we don't need a TV, but I heard the guy on the local AM was saying TVs especially. Okay. All right. I don't know what card we're going to put in here, but that's beautiful. Okay. Now, do we want a little, again, because I don't know what journal. I might leave it like this, but I feel like if I was going to put something on it, that covers up so much, the bird. Maybe a little postage stamp. Let's see if we have anything here. It's like a little French one. Ooh, that's kind of pretty, just that one up there. That's funny. I'm surprised the kids, maybe that's why the kids and Jim, maybe that's why they wear theirs. So they don't have to listen to what I'm listening to. Yeah, maybe. See, I didn't take it as that, Susie. Maybe that was their hint. And I've had them for several years. That probably was their hint. Me too. I know a little bit of Spanish just from living in, look how cute this is. This was on, look at the stamp that Amy, gosh, my mind today. Sorry, guys. My mind is all crazy. That the stamp that Amy put on our Happy Mail swap this month. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. I love that stamp. Okay. Yeah, maybe just that very, let me see if I have green. Just because that other journal is like pink and green. Is that too much? No, the pink is awfully pretty. Might just do one single stamp. Let's see here. Let's see. Angela said, I just got the Amazon premium pencils delivered. It was $5. What? $5 on a Prime Day? What? Did get a new TV because mine was acting up, but went with a little smaller one this time. I don't use it that much. Wow. So was that they had good deals on TVs too? I told Taylor because she's been wanting maybe ours is so super old in the family room. I don't know. It could be 15 years old. I don't know. It's super old. She's so into watching movies and things that I told her to look on Amazon. I like that. Somebody said you could never tell. Yeah, you can't tell with in-laws. Yeah. Me too. Me too, Leanne. We've talked about that. Sometimes I think so too, right? That he was there for that conversation. Um, yeah. So maybe it's a thing. It makes me so sad. Makes me sad. Gone are the days of all the cuddles and the stuck like glue. Okay, there we go. All right, I feel like we need a little something, little paper, little something, just something. What would it be? So it's when I start spiraling and going on a hunt. Okay, like just a little rip of something. Oh, I know what I want. I probably have some here. Of course, there's the bad word on there. Not bad, but something I don't think we want to include. I can grab the book out. Something that's like handwritten, and I love these shorthand books. I can grab the book, but surely, look at this. This is crazy. I need to do like a masterboard or something sometime soon because I'm just overflowing in here. All right, let me grab the book out. There's a word in here that I think is not. Let me grab a bigger piece. I feel like I want some kind of scripty text. It's way over here. I moved everything. There we go. All right, here we go. See if we can find something that's appropriate. See, that's why it takes me so long to make things and so long to craft, because I just that I have to go on the hunt. How old were they, Apple? I keep wanting to say April every time I look. I'm getting like, yeah, well, I think I do have a undiagnosed ADHD clearly, but I just feel like my brain is so slow. Do you guys feel that way? Just my brain, I'm thinking it, but the words don't come out quick enough, as you guys can tell. I just feel like the last couple years, it's like I'm not computing as quickly as I used to. Oh, is that so? Okay, so you're not going to eat until till after you watch Carrie. And then who's on Hazel tonight? Is it Teresa? I think Teresa's on. I'm looking forward to that. Might even put this upside down. Yes, it's hard. Things just do not come out I'm trying, I can't find the word. The word escapes me. Well, you guys all know that. If you've been around here long enough, you know I suffer from that. Drives me crazy though. Really drives me crazy. Okay. I hope I haven't done all this and then I'll be like, nope, I don't like it. No, I think it's good. I just have to zhuzh it a little bit. Okay, let's do a little of that. I feel like, what do I want? Like material? Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, look at this material. I found this the other day when I when I said I wasn't going to go thrifting anymore, and I ran into Savers. Isn't this beautiful? It was one of those things, I had it in my hand and I'm like, do I need it? Do I really need it? But it's been perfect for all of this. And I think it'll be really pretty in that kind of pink green journal. Who made this? And it's a huge piece too, $3.99. Of course, I had my 20% off coupon. True vintage Robin Pandolph. I do not know my fabrics. I'm not a fabric person. Fabric has come into my life late in life. 2012 RJR fabrics. I just think it's so pretty. Isn't it gorgeous? Look at, there's so much here. I mean, there's like mass amounts of yardage. Isn't it? It's so pretty. I'll have to send that out in some happy mail. Let's see. Oop, I missed somebody coming in. Hi, Khadijah, the brass twig. Hello, hello. Well, I am so glad you're spending your lunch break with us. Welcome. I hope you're having a good lunch and a happy Thursday. Oh, did I miss Beck coming in? Where? I totally missed. Oh, Bex. Hello. Bex is on her lunch break too. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. Awesome. Yeah, this fabric is beautiful. Let's grab a little bit of this green. Is there any green down there? Let's grab some of this green. Get a little, maybe I can rip it. So pretty. I've also thought about, especially when I find pieces this big, I don't know, I'm not quite to that point where I'm organized enough because I'm still trying to go through the hard goods stuff I have and get that listed. But I have thought, because it's so fun to find all this material, but then it's too much, you know, you can't possibly use it all, which is why Happy Mail is good. But I've also thought about, when I find big pieces like that, also, in addition to Happy Mail, you know, cutting, like doing fat quarters or something like that. And maybe doing like bundles where I have like similar colors or similar colorways or kind of vibes going on. And start doing like some listings of that. Because I don't know if you guys are like that. When I'm out, like I'll find really cute material, but then I'm like, oh gosh, I have so much already. But it's like so good. And I know I'll use it. I know. It's very fiddly. It's very fiddly here. Let's ink it, and let's see if we. Yes, Susie, we have that in common. Flowers on a darker background. like those black postcards that I got from Gabby, those antique postcards on the black background. Oh my gosh. So pretty. Okay. All right, Julie, it's just paper. It's just paper. Glue it down, put it down. Let's see here. I don't want to see too much of it, but just a little of it. Now I've probably complicated myself with the grabbing of the material. And I can't really see the writing now that I did that, but it's all right. That's it for that way. And then I'll figure out the material. Material's too big. That's part of the problem. It's way too big. There we go. Very tiny, very small, but very pretty. The teeniest of little clusters. It's the teeniest, tiniest of little clusters, but pretty. Just needed a little, just a little something extra. I'm going to bend back the corner of the stamp. Maybe the corner of that. Pretty. Okay. Well, so much for mask making. I've got much done, have I? We're saying we're going to mask make. Has anybody else been mask making and crafting along? Or more hanging out? More hanging out than crafting. Oh, that's pretty. Just a little something. So we're not really taking away from the pretty imagery. We have a little bit of pink, and I still like that kind of, I don't know if it's, I'm guessing it's Chinese, that kind of Chinese Asian writing there. So just a little something. I feel like whatever should be in it, definitely pink or green. I know what. Let me go grab it. I know what. I hand it over across the room. I have my Terry package. This, right? One of these green cool cards that she sent. I think that's it. Right? So we might put a little tag or I don't know, something on the top, but wouldn't that, this is perfect, right? Perfect. Back, let's see. Because I know there's several in there. So we're going to do the keep one, right? Hoard one, craft with the rest. But I like this green. The other ones that I have are blue. But I love this green. Okay. You crafted a lot? Apple, but it's like 6 a.m. Were you up all night? Were you just up all night crafting and then couldn't sleep? The nice thing is that now you can once we're done, will you then go to sleep and have a wonderful nap? Which I bet would feel really nice. Oh, good, Nettie. You're really on your second piece. The slow craft girls unite. The slow craft girls. That should be a regular thing. But that's good. That's good, Leanne. You're cleaning and filling out forms. Oh, wait, somebody is ringing my doorbell. I'll be right back. Hi, no thank you. I'm online. Sure, you can leave your card. Okay, thank you. Okay, somebody's selling something. We've been getting a lot of that, like home remodel people walking around. Do not know why. Okay. We'll probably add something, but I think that's going to be really pretty. Maybe we'll put one of these tags. What time is it? Oh my gosh, we've been on 2 hours and 20 minutes. Far too long. But maybe something like that. Wouldn't that look really pretty? I don't know. Maybe a little something, but I think that's super cute. I love that. I have yet. That's funny. Yeah, I haven't even gone back to mine, Leanne. It's still. Well, I did put everything like in a bin, so it's kind of corralled in a bin, and then I had that little box. But yeah, I have not circled back around to mine, and it may be a while. Oh, I love that. Terry's working on a baby journal for her niece. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. I have yet to make a journal, like make a journal and then gift it to somebody, but I do have a special person that I want to make one for. So I need to start thinking about that. Kind of a memory keeper for a close friend. Let's see. Susie says she's not a mask maker either. Yeah. I watch a lot of math. I find it so relaxing to watch people that are mask making. I find it very, very relaxing when I just want to kind of turn my brain off and not think a lot. I love watching mask making type content. Ooh, yes, Leanne. Yes. That would be awesome to make a paper bag journal. Yep, that's it. That's it. That's your next project. Oh, yeah, April. See, I keep saying April. Apple. Yes. Post a pic in the little group too, Apple. That would be amazing. Okay. So I think we're kind of there on that. But how many things did we do? Not much. We did this. we did this. Let me get rid of that. We did that. We have one thing. We did test out the tissue paper to the napkin. Let me pull this forward so I remember to. So when we get off, I'm going to do that. I'll do that while I'm watching Carrie, because she'll probably be on soon. That's it? Is that all we made? No, we did this one too. So we made, so we did, yeah, we did kind of four-ish things. Not very much, but that's pretty good. If we call that a mass make, I'm not sure that qualifies, but we did get through that much today. Oh my goodness. Oh, can I? I don't know. My oh God, my brain just doesn't work. Just okay, because I don't want to call. Okay, good, because sometimes I may, and then you'll know what I'm saying. You'll know. Let's see. Susie says she's in the never-ending journal for my daughter. Each page is some kind of thing she loved. Unfortunately, she loved everything. Oh my gosh, she's gonna, does she know you're making the journal? Or is it a surprise? She's gonna love it. Me too, Terry. I never know when enough is enough. I'm very envious of people that have, right? Because I think we all have our unique style. We all have our individual style. And I think it is such a fine art for somebody that can, you know, have something and then just put a couple elements and it looks amazing. I never can stop there. My brain wants to do more, but I just, right? You look at it and you're like, it's perfection. And I think it's hard to get that perfection with just a couple elements. I'm very envious of it. Because for me, more is more, and I don't know where to stop most often enough. Is she on right now? Oh my gosh, I bet she's on. Or she's on in a half an hour. Well, I'll get off so we can all go enjoy Carrie. Write a list. List making is great. I do not consistently stay a list maker, but I recently had to get a new monthly calendar, like the book form, and it just arrived this week. So I have started every day of making a list of the things that I want to do that day. Unfortunately, I don't get to everything, and I need to find a way to, I don't want to rewrite everything to like drop it down to the next day's box, but I do get much more accomplished when I write lists, for sure. I like checking them off. So it makes me feel, even if it's, and then yesterday, like I put do dishes, finish laundry. Like I put very, but not like this morning, Jim, he didn't water when he got home from work. So this morning before he left to work, because he loves doing that. He loves watering the garden. I think it helps him relax when he gets home, but he didn't do it yesterday. So he's like, oh my gosh, I forgot to water. Can you water this morning? It's going to be really hot. And so I'm going to put that on my to-do list later, even though I already did it. That's maybe cheating, but it makes me feel good. Like, okay, I accomplished these things today. Nice. Oh, Leanne, do you already have your thing up for Monday? If you do, put the link in. So Leanne has a crafty hangout every Monday at 12 Pacific, right? 12 our time Pacific, which would be 3 p.m. Eastern for those that like the Eastern time. Yes, there it is. There it is. You guys click. And I am, as far as I know, unless I have summer fever or one of the kids wants me to tag along and do something with them, I will be there on Monday for sure. All right, friends. I'm not even going to turn the camera around because I have crazy hair. It was wet. It's probably dry by now, and it probably looks like a crazy mess. So I won't turn it around, but I am so thankful for all of you. I just want to say, those of you that join me live every Thursday, those that watch the replay and enjoy it that way. I don't say it often enough how much I appreciate all of you, how much I love all of you, and I truly do. This is such a happy place for me to be able to share my creativity, to chit chat with all of you, to hang out with all of you and connect. I don't really have the words to say how much it means to me to be able to do that. And yeah, I'm just so thankful for my little spot here on YouTube. And I'm so thankful for all of you. And I will try to remember to say that more often, but just really wanted to say that today. And I will see you guys hopefully on Monday on Leanne's channel. And if not, I will see you next Thursday here on Vintage Craft and Chat. I don't know what we're going to be doing next Thursday, but hopefully it'll be fun. So, all right, everybody. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you in the other chats and all the other fun stuff that's going on later today. And I will definitely see you all next Thursday. Love you all. Bye-bye.